Well, the Aggies sport one of the most prolific offenses in all of NCAA, led by their star quarterback and Heisman hopeful. He is capable of doing whatever he wants across the field, whereas we are one of the dominant rush defenses, and we are number one in rushing touchdowns on the year. So this looks like it could be either a grinding type game or a shootout, and we definitely want the earlier rather than latter. But welcome back everyone to another episode of NCAA Football. We are here for the most important game of Tim Dunge's career. We are here in College Station, Texas, where the number 9 Aggies take on the number 8 Tigers. Now we'll have to see... What? Why was it showing 21 with the ball? We'll have to see if Auburn can shut down the Texas A&M passing attack. Can Neal and company keep with these wide receivers? We'll have to see here at Kyle Field for a game that will decide destiny on who challenges Bama for the right to represent the SEC West. We are undefeated versus A&M, who has one loss. Getting a victory here would set our sights on the Iron Bowl. But we got to get out of here alive first. We kick it off. Now. They take the touchback. You're scared. Khalif Patterson is looking like a highly interested draft prospect, so we'll have to try to keep him pinned in and engaged. We are going to see a very, very talented hurry-up offense here. I can't confirm the hurry-up, but I'm just going to take a guess. And they complete the pass for the first down on that easy little slant route. And what do you know? I was right. They go into the hurry-up. We're going to have our hands full all day. Probably not going to send too many blitzes because we want to make sure we remain solid in coverage. Go with the inside draw. We get the tackle, but not before he gets a 4-yard gain. So that's going to make it 2nd and 6. Don't love that we're giving them that much yardage early on, but we're just going to have to take what we're given. We'll fall into a zone look here, see if we can get them a little bit off of what they're expecting. They run the option, and I was not able to break off the block. He ends up getting a 13-yard rush. With that, it's going to be 1st and 10. We're only applying little resistance, but we'll have to see if we can just come up with stops when we need them. And we shut that option down in the backfield, not buying on the option handoff. And just like that, we put him behind the chains. We'll have to see if we can keep that up, though. Gonna look like we're applying a little pressure here now that we've gained a little of an advantage. See if we can force them into some good looks. And what a throw! Needling it down the sideline just enough to stay in bounds, and that's gonna be a big first down for them. It's now gonna be now going to get the ball around the 25. So, moving the ball down the field with relative ease. Quarterback was indecisive and we hit him again in the backfield. Excuse me. Something a little caught on my throat. So we're starting to shut them down a little bit on first down. We're going to have to see if we can keep that momentum going. Now with 2nd and 10, they decided to run the inside draw. And once again, our defense swarms. Now let's see if we can come up with a big-time stop on 3rd and 12. Now let's see what we can do here. They go with the verts look. And Neal bats it down, and we come up with a turnover, or with a nice and easy way of getting them off the field. Can we come up with the missed field goal? And they missed the field goal! What a stop by our defense to shut down this offense early. Tennessee comes up with a big win over South Carolina. We've already notched a victory over Tennessee, so the better they do, the better our rankings look. Now we get to take the field. We have plenty and plenty of options here with Mike Finley and Andrew DeAngelis. They seem to be a little weaker against the passing game, but we're going to try to settle into what we normally do. Andrew DeAngelis working his way through the line, weaving and getting us all the way for an 8-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 2 now. Now we're going to come in and try to get our passing game going. We want to run quick, simple routes just to try to analyze this defense a little bit. With that blitz, we're going to hit Rocky Lee, but he's not able to hold on. What a play by their defense. And now it's going to be 3rd and 2. Last thing we want to do here is get a 3 and out. So we're going to come up with a look. This should be good enough protection here to get the first down, so we're going to go with it. And it wasn't. That defensive tackle played the ball really well, and we're going to have to punt the ball away. It's going to be the first time we actually apply a little bit of pressure here. We're going to see if it's enough. And we get home! Getting the sack! And causing them to get to a 4th down. Once they get on the other side of the field, our defense has really stepped it up. And once again, they're going to go for the field goal. We are going to play safe protection just in case. We are taking one person out of coverage though. But once again, they miss the field goal. Not quite confident yet in trying to run a double move, especially with Muller, but let's just see if we can get some underneath passing game going. Mike Finley throws on the run and hits Gavin Black for the first down. What a throw and what a catch. Excellent pocket presence there to roll out and complete the throw. Now we are going to throw the ball here. I'm actually going to run a screen pass just because it's one of those, we are in pretty good field goal range. And it seems like field goals might be a big important factor here. We run the screen and they send the house to match. And Andrew DeAngelis gets enough for the first down. And we enter the red zone for the first time today. So we'll run the option here and play safe. We're going to run the option towards the middle of the field. Might be something that's a bit visible, but at the end of the day, it will make our kick a little easier. So, don't want to have to kick the ball, but if we have to. Oh, Mike Finley takes the ball and gets down to the inch! We were that close to punching it in! But now we get 4 downs to do it. And we have DeAngelis, our rushing touchdown machine. So, we hand it off. And somehow he got in. I wouldn't be surprised if that got reviewed, because I didn't think he broke the line to gain. But, they're giving it to us. So, I know I've been kind of pushing the whole he walks right in. I can't say that about that one. Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to get overturned. Because if they were to give it to us, it's definitely not at that point they would have given it to us. But we'll have to see.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
And they take it off the board. And we're probably going to go to halftime. Or halftime. We're going to go to end of quarter. So at the end of one quarter, what has marked the game so far is a pair of missed field goals and stalled drives at about the 40-yard line. Whereas we are down at the inch line, waiting to pound it in and take the early lead. Once again, we're going to come out in this goal line formation. I've got full confidence in our linemen here to get what they need. We run the motion. Andrew DeAngelis walks right in, and we take the lead. 7-0 to start the second quarter. This is just the kind of football we look to play. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 again. We're going to run a blitz with a quarterback spy, which seems counterintuitive. But really, it's just for that option look. And our safety that's our outside linebacker. Our outside linebacker, Nelson. I said Nelson again. I know it's not Nelson. I don't remember his name. Weldon comes in and saves the running play there. And they run that quarterback option again, only getting 5 on the play. He's complaining about a face mask, but he's not going to get it. We're going to run a blitz here with a press look, just trying to see if we can shrink the field here a little bit, giving them even less time to think. And he drops the ball! What a play! He would have had the first down, but he just couldn't hold on to it. Now this is going to be a critical 4th down. I'm not surprised that they're going for it, and we need to come up with a stop here. Let's see if we can do it. They decide to run the option, and we whiff! Oh, that hurts. We had it set up, stopped in the backfield, and we couldn't come up with it. I relied a little too much on the game with its auto-tackling system. I didn't want to dive for him, but didn't work out too well. And they decide to run the ball, and we stop him, but not before he gets another 10 yards on the carry. Now it's going to be 1st and goal, and they are slicing it up the middle. Okay, Johnson, you need to move over here. And they decided to run the screen, but didn't give him really any yardage to work with, so only get 2 yards on the play. I have to play Randall. No, I can play Ellis. Is that going to be the same play? Oh, and he doesn't see anything there, and the line swarms him. It's going to be a loss of 3 on the play. Chad James, another name I haven't called much. And a whole group of Tigers around him. That's going to be 3rd and goal at the 9. Let's see if we can at least hold them to a field goal. Going to rely on our outside guys, especially Neal here, to come up with a big-time play. Oh, we had him. We just couldn't take him down, and they get the touchdown to tie the game up. Oh, that drive hurts. But at the end of the day, we will make do. We haven't passed the ball much this drive, so maybe the urges will get people. Well, now it's going to be 3rd and inches after that 4-yard run off the draw play. We have a ton of options here on what we can do. We are definitely in field goal range, so we don't have to worry about that. But touchdowns win championships. So let's see if we can get the first down with this handoff to Mike Scott. Sheds a tackler or two, getting way more than the inches he needs, pushing us to a 1st and goal situation at the 9. Now we'll see if we like any kind of play action look here. We're going to go with it. Running that 3-3 stack. So it's a little hard to run against anyway. Maybe running the bootleg here. We hit Gavin Black and he falls into the end zone. What a pass in that tight window from Mike Finley. And we go back on the board, 14-7. We gave that quarterback a lot of time there. So we'll have to see if we can come up with a little bit more pressure this time. And he airmails it. And that's going to be another third down conversion stopped. It's going to be 4th and 1, and they're going to go for it. And their quarterback is out for 2 quarters. That could really change up the game. We're going to play for a run here. Oh, we had him in the backfield again. Instead, he could take it the whole way. Jeez. That is the most frustrating part. It's now going to be 1st and goal, and we are stuck in goal line. We got some big bodies here, so this may go very poorly. Decided to run the quarterback option, and he takes it in himself. Backup quarterback, no problem. With that, they tie the game up. Now it's going to be 3rd and 2, and we've burnt a fair amount of time off. So now we need to be careful we don't burn too much time off, that we can't come away with points ourselves. And we hit Merrick on the curl route, gaining 20 yards on the play and getting us down to the 10. We're just outside of goal to go. But Mike Finley standing in there when he knew he was going to take a hit. And now we should be in a position to come out with points. Just need to be smart with the football. Oh, and that was a lot of traffic there. But luckily it just comes away with an incompletion. Now it's going to be 2nd and 10. Oh, trying not to run some slant routes. But we have a lot of slant routes in our playbook anyway. We're going to run a curl slant here on the near side of the field. Oh, now with that blitz, we're going to change our play here. We're going to run a slant behind that blitz. Gavin Black not able to hold on to the ball. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Struggling to come up with things that I want to do. We'll run this flood concept here, but we're going to put Rocky Lee on an inside slant, trying to free up Gavin Black. Oh, and it's airmailed. Just not close enough for Gavin Black to stretch out and make the play. So off of 3 incompletions, we'll take the field goal. And it's good! It's a little close for my comfort, but we do take the lead. Up 3, and if we can hold on to this lead into halftime, we'll have the chance to increase it to a 2-score lead. But they didn't call timeout, so it looks like they're going to try to run one more play. Maybe we can stall it long enough that they won't be able to come up with the field goal. And they took too long to snap it, so they are all in. What a poor lack of time management to end the half, and we sneak away with a 3-point lead. This has been an offensive shootout between 2 fairly equally matched teams. Which defense will figure it out first? But we're here to receive the ball. Alex Harrison getting the ball on the goal line, and we're going to take it. Was really tempted to take the touchback, and Harrison breaks a tackle, getting all the way down to the A&M 34, a 67-yard gain to start the half and get our momentum going early. What a way to jumpstart this offense. Now we'll come in with our option play. Really tempted to go for something deep, but that's just not who we are. Do the handoff to Andrew DeAngelis. And he's able to get 10 yards on the carry, getting us down to the 24. Now let's see here what we can do. Gonna run a play action here, looking for the comeback to McFarland. Xavier McFarland. He's gonna have to step up in the absence of Merrick. Mike Finley not able to release the ball, looking downfield, and with that, it's going to be moving the wrong way. It's going to be 2nd and 19. Maybe the Aggies will take this as a time to dial up some pressure. So we're going to look to counter that with some curl routes. We hit Rocky Lee, and he pushes his way forward for all 19 yards and get us down to the 12. Big time receiver showing up in a big way right when we needed him to. And now we're just about back where we were before half. We were unable to complete any passes in the red zone, really limiting what we are able to do. And passes like that will make it even worse. Mike Finley throws the ball way ahead of anyone in the area and almost caused a interception. So we need to look to be a bit more careful with the ball here. Come back with another slant look. We're really bringing everyone into the box, so having a bit more out of it. Like hitting Xavier McFarland on the slant route to score a touchdown and to go up 10 points to start the half. Just what we needed. We're doing it on the ground and in the air. Now let's see if we can come up with a way to dial in their offense. We haven't had a lot of success against man-on-man. Our corners have been a little out of position. And their quarterback rushes it and slides. He could have had the first down, but he instead decided to save himself. It's now going to be 4th and 3. They're electing to kick a field goal, which would shrink it down to a 1-possession lead. We're going to run protection here, just in case. And the field goal is good, so they cut the lead to 7. But what a stop by our defense when it looked like it was certain for a touchdown. Being able to come away with the field goal. We're going to set up for a counter look here. But we're going to look to see whether that's going to be the best position. Looks like we'll have numbers, so we will run with it. Andrew DeAngelis cuts it upfield. Still going. Getting us all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just when we needed him to show up, he's starting to really show his stuff. And now that we're in the red zone, now we're this close to the goal line, it's going to be a chance to go up 14 points late in the 3rd quarter. We've been 100% so far in the red zone, and they're really stacking the box. This may be an opportunity for Mike Finley to pull the ball. But no, he'll hand it off to Mike Scott, who walks right in. And just like that, we take a 14-point lead with a little over 9 minutes to go. So we're going to break away from what we've been doing and run a man coverage. Hopefully we don't fall asleep here. And Neal picks it off! He was beat, but the quarterback didn't throw the ball on a lob. He ends up throwing a bullet, and this could cost them the game. Our big-time corner coming up with a big-time play right when we needed him to. Our secondary hasn't been fantastic this year, but they always have done enough. Now let's see if we can pound the rock a little bit and shrink this game even more. Mike Scott on a 4-yard gain. Now let's see if we can hit it back to him, and maybe he can hit a seam. But we're going to have to start really shrinking the clock down here. We may even fall into a conservative time set. As being up 14 is really helpful, but this offense has the ability to score quickly. So they're more than capable of putting on 14 points in a quarter. But this kind of situation favors us in what we do. Now we'll only have to run one play till the end of the quarter. So we'll hand it off to Mike Scott here to put an end to the quarter. He's going to cut it back inside, stumbling and fumbling and rolling over one of our guards, taking it for a 13-yard gain. Other than that sack on that play action play, this quarter has been all us, going up 14 points and coming up with a key interception to shut down their drive. We're going to burn more time off here, and then we're going to hand it off to our workhorse, Mike Scott. Had trouble getting through the hole and only getting a 1-yard gain. It's now going to be 2nd and goal. Now we're going to come back to an option look, trying to get Mike Finley involved. Or maybe, just maybe, the look of it will stall enough defenders to get Mike Scott in. Mike Finley on the keeper, and he's shut down as well, getting no gain. It's now going to be 3rd and goal. A field goal here isn't bad. In fact, it is quite preferable, or is quite acceptable. It's not preferable. Touchdowns are always what we want. We're going to come in with a triple option with our 3rd and 4th string running back. Jeez. Okay. We hand the ball to Williams. And they did a face mask, and they called it. That's going to get us 4 more downs. What a mistake. So now it'll be 1st and goal on the 4. Let's see if we can burn even more time off the clock. Maybe get Williams his first touchdown of the year. No, Mike Scott's in. He just needed a 1-play break. So now we will hand the ball off. And he will walk right in. Our line created a hole so big I could drive a truck through it. And we go up 21 points with 6 minutes to go. Looking in prime position to challenge Bama for the SEC championship bid. So once again, we're having trouble keeping their offense fully pinned in, but we are shutting them down. We stopped that quarterback before he's able to go on a bigger tear, only getting a 9-yard gain when it easily could have been a touchdown. It's now going to be 2nd and 1. They do that hurry up look, and then we'll snap the ball away. And Vaughn's able to get his hand up and bat the ball out when it looked like it was a completion. Now it's going to be 3rd and 1 on the 30. Likely 4-down territory here, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw an option look or something of that nature. Hopefully we don't get burned here, but we're going to play the inside run. And it's there. And we're able to hit him in the backfield, but once again, we are having trouble getting him down. They complete the 1st down. And we move on. Let's see here if we can come up with another big turnover. They run a screen, but he very, very quickly burns the ball away. Not even giving his playmakers a chance to make a play. We'll fall into our man look here, just to see if maybe changing it up will change the effects a little bit. And their running back runs out of bounds, not able to turn the ball up the field. Dusty Sledge with an unforced error. Now it's going to be 3rd and long. We're going to run a blitz, but with the quarterback spy, just in case. They decide to run a screen. And we get him down with Lonnie Larson coming from the defensive line to stop it, with it only being a 2-yard gain. And now it's going to be 4th and 9. This is going to be a very, very important down here, as this would kill almost all opportunities of a comeback if they do not get the gain here. And he airmails it! Their quarterback, their star player, doesn't make the play when they need it the most, and they turn the ball over on downs. Our defense, specifically our secondary, coming up with big play after big play. Now Mike Scott hitting the seam, getting a 6-yard gain across a run blitz. We're going to let this clock run down, and then we're going to hand it off to Mike Scott, who gets the first down. And it looks like that's going to do it. We could go for the touchdown, but I don't think it's necessary. We're up 21 points with an offensive explosion in the second half and a very, very, very strong performance from our defensive secondary. Going into hostile territory, one of the hardest places to play here, home of the 12th man. Number 12, Mike Finley, plays probably his best game of the year. And we take the victory to stay undefeated and to stay locked in for a very, very important Iron Bowl game. Now let's see who our player of the game was. Could be a couple of key people, but it is Mike Finley going 15 for 23 with 177 passing yards and I think it was 77 rushing yards. So he had himself a very, very strong performance, and we were able to lock this explosive offense down to only 17 points. So let's look at our overall stats of the game. We ended up only getting 4 more first downs than them, and only about 50 extra yards in total offense. But this was a running game. We had 253 yards on the ground. They had 205. We both had very similar days in terms of passing too. But here's the difference. We were able to complete 5 more third down conversions than them. Now they did get 2 fourth down conversions. Some were very key. That was very frustrating. But having so many opportunities, 7 opportunities in the red zone, and they only had 2, said wonders about what our defense did when its back got put up against the wall. And we had a clean day for once. We learned how to take care of the football. And we really dominated the time of possession. So this was a really good game in all facets. And so I'm really happy and really excited for what lies ahead. And just like that, after our dominant victory over Texas A&M and going through our bye week, it's now looking like the Iron Bowl will decide the SEC West representative of the conference. We do have one more game before we get there, but they're number 2 and we're number 4. And we have to face Arkansas, who has not won a game. So hopefully that is not a trap game for us. But looking at our schedule, we've got a little bit of time before we get to Bama. But it's looking like that could be our time to come up with a big time victory and push us in. But we can't overlook these games. They will be important. Especially we will have a bye week between Georgia and LSU. So we'll have plenty of time to get healthy. Funny enough, our game against Tennessee was closer than our game against Texas A&M. Can you say overrated? Because I can. But I'll leave that for your thought. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And in the next episode, we'll take on the Razorbacks for our second to last home game of the year. See you then.